Hi, this is Jack. This is my bar by bar analysis of the S&P E-mini futures for Tuesday, December 3rd. And the first bar of the day is a bull doji bar. It's a small gap down worth about 7 or 8 points or so, and prominent tail on the top and bottom of the bar. It could be a double bottom with 58, 59 micro double bottom from the rally at the end of the day yesterday. But overall, when you look at this chart, we have a rally and then a bull channel. You could argue that this was a trading range with a breakout that failed and pulled back into a channel here. But overall, bull channel, lots of trading range price action, so reasonable to expect sideways to up. Maybe the bull channel will remain in effect, but probably because of the big tails and small body on the bar, probably lots of trading range price action today. And the first bar of the day kind of reminds me of the first bar of the day on the prior day, where there's a prominent tail on the top and bottom of the bar, and it's a gap up. Well, it's a gap, but it's a small gap. Here, it's a gap. It's a little bit bigger gap, but similar kind of bars. So anyway, probably sideways to up, but better to wait, as always, a few bars until you start thinking about taking a trade. Bar 2, trader sold to close of 1. We broke out below 1 and reversed up. We found buyers. Looks like we were testing the bad stop entry for the bulls, the bad signal bar for the bulls, bar 19 from the prior day. So overall, bearish. It could be a leg 1 pullback, leg 2, or even 2 or 3 legs down. Bigger body on the bear bar than the bull bar, but prominent tail, so possibly buyers down here. Bar 3, small pullback into bar 2, and then a sell-off on 3, closing below 2. Again, testing the bad signal bar on 19 for the bulls. If you look at this as a breakout down, this is already 2 or 3 legs down, and we're near support. The support is a higher low from 18 and the bad signal bar high 19. So reasonable to start thinking about buying. We also have the low of yesterday here at 61 or 60.49.75. So a couple points down. It's likely we'll probably find a test of this level soon. So bar 3, probably buyers below the bar. Bar 4, traders bought to close the 3. We reversed up. But not ideal for the bulls. Bar 4 has a very prominent tail, so not much conviction on part of the bulls or the bears. And if you're a bear, this is a pretty disappointing follow-through. Probably more buyers below 3, but also probably sellers above 4. So far, lots of trading range price action. Just in these 4 bars, not only are they nearly entirely overlapping one another, but there are prominent tails, and for every good bar that we get, the opposite follow-through takes place. So bar 1's a bull bar, and they sold it. Bar 3, strong bear bar, and they bought it. So bar 4, it's a weak bull bar. I expect to find buyers below the low of 3, and probably sellers above the high. Inside bar, doji, could be setting up a final flag for the bears. And again, bottom of the range, reasonable to start thinking about buying. We could be inside of a bull channel, and if we are, maybe it looks something like this. Which is actually fairly reasonable. But in any case, we're at support, and we're failing to go lower after a couple of legs down. So reasonable to look for opportunities to buy soon. Also on the open of the day, I missed it, but we have this price level here. This is the high of a prior day, and it's also the high of last month. So on bar 1, we opened below that level, sold off, broke out above that level, and closed below it. Bar 2 opened exactly at that level and sold off. So we have resistance here. So overall, tight trading range. If you are looking to buy, you've got to face this resistance here. So if you don't get good follow through, you got to be quick to get out. Bar 6, bull breakout, small tail, good bar for the bulls, not ideal for the bears. Possibly sellers above this high. We have resistance above, as I mentioned, above the high of 2. probably above the high of 1. But bar 6, starting to channel higher. It's a breakout of a failed final flag for the bears, and I expect more up. 7, doji bar, bull bar, channeling higher. Deep pullback into the bar, into the midpoint of 6, testing the 5 high, the stop entry signal bar for the bulls. So second leg up, possibly sellers up here, possibly buyers below for a second leg up from the rally since 3. Broke out above 7, reversed down, but bad signal bar for a short, therefore probably buyers below. Bar 9, we rallied, pulled back into the body of 8, and then sold off. We're closing below bar 8, but prominent tail, so it's a trading range bar. And breakouts of trading ranges usually don't get very far, and that's what we have today so far. We have a gap down, and then lots of sideways movement, lots of overlap, and bad follow-through on breakouts. However, at the moment, it is better for the bulls than the bears. Bar 1 sold to close, bar 3 bought to close, bar 6 pulled back and rallied, and then more follow-through on 8. That's not the follow-through that you want to see, but for the bears, it's also not what you want to see. We're tested the EMA, so we could have a micro double top up here, and it's a reasonable stop entry short for the bears, but the problem is there's not much information on this chart. We're near support, and this is a tight trading range, so probably better to just wait. I expect to find buyers below the low of 9. 10, bear inside bar. Now we're channeling lower with consecutive lower highs and lower lows, not consecutive. But still, inside bar, it's a trading range bar. Probably whatever breakout we get won't go very far. And then bar 10, trader sold to close, or bar 11, trader sold to close at 10, and we broke out below the channel line and tested the low of 3 and reversed up. Good bar for the bears, but not ideal. Tail, possibly a second leg down from the sell-off since bar 1. 1 pullback 2, again back at support, the bottom of the trading range. So now I'm less convinced of the bull channel, and I'm more convinced of the trading range. I still don't think whatever breakout we get is going to get much follow through, so I expect to find buyers somewhere down here, especially because we have the higher time frame EMA here sloping up. We have yesterday's low right here, a couple points below. But we are channeling lower, so it's worth noting that, but very close to support. Bar 12, trader sold to close of 11, and we're breaking out below yesterday's low. Good breakout for the bears, probably going lower. This probably needs a second leg down. But you could look at this as 2 or 3 legs down in a trading range. We have 1 pullback 2, and also here an implied 1 pullback 2. But we are breaking out below support, and we may need to go lower to test the EMA. We have a big round number here, 60-50, so we could find profit taking. This is a strong bar. It's a stronger bar than 11, and for that reason it might attract profit taking, which explains bar 13. Inside bar, but bull bar, bad for the bears. We pulled back, tested the low of 11, and then reversed down. So not ideal. It's a breakout test of the breakout point, 3 low. And so far it looks good, but if you're a bear and you're holding short, you may need to cover above that bar. Bar 14, climactic bar, prominent tail, bigger body than the prior bar, bigger bar than the prior bar. So not ideal for the bulls because it's too climactic and we may need to pull back before we go more up. But if you're a bear, this is definitely not what you want to see. And if we keep rallying, you're going to have to cover your shorts at some point. Bar 15, breaking out below the prior bar, reversing up. We tested the prior day's low here, looks like to the tick, and reversed up. We didn't close beyond bar 14, so this tells me that this could be a pullback from the rally since the 12 low. 1 pullback 2. Breaking out below 15 on 16, but reversing up, so lack of conviction by the bears. Bad signal bar 14 for the stop entry short, therefore buyers below, as evidenced by the tails. But now the EMA is sloping steeply down, and we have a few legs down. We may need to get another leg down. Outside bar 17, looks like buyers below 16, sellers above 16, so tight trading range. A couple of legs down, possibly a micro double bottom. At support, could be a failed breakout of yesterday's low. The higher time frame EMA is so close we may need to test it. Looks like we're also testing the start of the trading range, the 45 low here, or the 26 low here. Strong bull bar 18, breaking above the outside bar and closing above. We may be flipping into always and long. We have a micro double bottom on a line chart. Higher low double bottom on a line chart. So good for the bulls. Micro double bottom on the candlestick chart at support with a good buy signal bar. Reasonable to buy the close, stop down below, or look to buy a pullback. It's a trading range, so ideally you buy some sort of pullback. Where might we pull back? Well, we could pull back into the midpoint of this bar or even deeper. At a minimum, probably a pullback here to the 17 high. We didn't quite get there on bar 19, and we broke out above the EMA, and now we're closing above the EMA. Probably always in long, but prominent tail, we may need to pull back more before we rally. If you're a bear, you're probably going to have to start covering, and whatever pullback we do get is probably going to be bought up for that reason. Bar 20 is a bear inside bar, small trading range bar. It's a high one buy, but a bad buy signal bar. Therefore, possibly sellers above and probably buyers below. 21, buyers below, reversing up. Could be a two-legged move down, one, pullback, two. And we may need a second leg up from 18. 22 is an inside bar, then a bull breakout on 23. Prominent tail, but probably going higher. 24, big bull bar, big second leg up since 18. Clearly always in long now, but problem is we're at the top of the trading range, and this bar looks a little climactic. 25, sellers above 24, deep pullback, trying to test the signal bar 22, didn't quite get there, and reversing up from the EMA. If you're a bull, it's not ideal, probably buyers down here, but also you got to be thinking that if we start consolidating above the EMA, this could turn into a bull channel. But instead we're getting a bear breakout 26. It's a strong bar, could be a sell vacuum test of support, possibly the bad buy signal bar on 16 that we couldn't test before. Looks like we're closing beyond that point. This is a strong bar. It's not an ideal signal bar for the short, so we could get a second leg down. Small pullback and then a sell-off 27, now closing below yesterday's low, probably going lower. We don't have a breakout of this trading range yet, but we're getting there. And actually, looks like we may be forming some sort of expanding triangle. So 27 probably going lower, but it's already an implied 2 or 3 legs down. Inside bar, bull bar, another failed breakout of yesterday's low. It looks like we just can't give up without a fight. So we may end up holding support here. But this channel down is too tight, so we might find sellers above. If you're a bear and we start to rally pretty strong, you may start to cover and look to sell again higher. 29, bull bar, good for the bulls, probably going a little bit higher. 30, micro double top, and then a sell-off right at yesterday's low. Probably a second leg down from the sell-off on 25. Bull bar, 31, but inside bar, small and tight trading range, could be a second leg up from the rally on 28. Bear doji bar, so a small flag for the bears, possibly sellers above for leg 2 down, but lots of buying pressure, so probably buyers down here. 33, outside bar, micro double bottom, good signal bar for the stop entry long. Looks like a small flag, and it could be playing out. We're trying to break out of the flag. But tight channel down. Is this enough to neutralize the market? Maybe. If I was a bull, I'd be interested in taking the stop entry. 34, bull breakout, closing above the EMA. Now starting to curl up a little bit, probably going a little bit higher. But sellers above, 35, probably buyers below. 36, micro double bottom, but tight trading range, so probably sellers above, buyers below. Stop entry for the bulls, 36, a good signal bar, though it's an inside bar. And 37, good entry bar, so probably going a little bit higher. Now we have 3 legs up, so we might find profit taking. We're closing above the breakout test of the 25 low, and we'll probably go a little bit higher. But instead, we got a bear bar. Trader sold the close of 37, probably taking profits, and we found buyers below that bar and reversing up. Probably needs a second leg down or at least another pause bar. 39, breaking out above 38. Bull bar. Tight channel up, probably buyers below. Probably better to buy below these bars than to buy the close. 40, racing up to support or to resistance. Prior day high and prior month high, and probably going higher. But may need to pull back first. We could be facing a double top with 24 or 7 or even 1. We're testing the high close here, so we may find profit takers. We may start to pull back. Small pullback and then a rally on 41. Good for the bulls. But getting parabolic, now we have 3 or 4 legs up, so we may need a correction. 42, inside bar, bull reversal bar, but not much to reverse. Outside bar, 43, doji bar, bad signal bar. We could be failing at this level. We may need to pull back more. But on the flip side, this is a breakout test of this pivot point here. It looks like we're holding that level. So we may find buyers down here. But if we get a strong sell-off, it would be wise to look for a second leg down, possibly a delayed second leg from 25. Inside bar, bear breakout, outside bar 45, but not much conviction here, so we may find buyers down here. Could be a micro double top, 43 and 45. Bear breakout, but again, buyers below 45. Starting to channel down, trying to hold support here, but we may end up failing it. 47, small bull breakout, really not ideal for the bulls. Not much conviction here. Could be a micro double top on a line chart here. Outside down, 48, possibly failing this level. Now we have 3 pushes up, 43, 45, and 48, so we may need to go lower. But buyers below 48, reversing up. Bull reversal bar, but again, not much to reverse. We have a tight trading range here. The breakout test is holding above 25, but at this point, I'm not sure if it's going to keep holding. Trader sold the close of 49, so tight trading range, nothing to reverse. That's why we sold the close. Same here. Stop entry for the bulls, but tight trading range, so some traders sold the close. We broke out above and then reversed. Small breakout above here and reversing, probably needs a second leg down. 51, bear breakout, breaking out below the EMA and the tight trading range, may need to go lower. Reasonable to sell the close, stop up there, but you got to ask yourself, what's the probability we get down here before we get up here? And if you're not sure, that means it's 50-50. And if it is 50-50, then you can't sell the close. That's a losing trader's equation. So better to sell a pullback. 52, reversing up below 51, but possibly sellers above for a second leg down. Stop entry for the bulls is triggered. We tested support or resistance and reversed. I expect there to be more sellers below this bar than anything. Not an ideal stop entry signal bar for the bears, but reasonable, expecting a second or third leg down here. Leg 1, pullback 2, pullback 3, possibly buyers down here. Maybe enough for a small scalp, but really not ideal. 54, decent entry bar, but not ideal. And then 55, that's better. Looks like we did get 1R of 53 here. So if you're a bull and you're thinking this is a bull channel, do you really want to be getting long when bears are making money with stop entries? And the answer is no. 48, reasonable to sell the close. We also made 1R here. 51, reasonable to sell the close. Stop up here or stop up there. That's probably the next target, these inside bars, or at least the 36 inside bar, the low of 38 where bears got trapped here. 56, traders bought the close of 55, but not a good buy signal bar, therefore maybe sellers above. If you're thinking bull channel, that's reasonable, but the channel down is fairly tight in an overall trading range day, so not ideal to buy the close, better to buy below bars or pullbacks. 57, small pullback, lots of overlap here, not ideal, probably sellers above, probably buyers down here. 58 outside bar, and then 59 inside bar, testing support or resistance, and then selling off. On a line chart, it's 2 legs up and now a double bottom. So maybe buyers below for a third leg up. Reasonable signal bar for the stop entry short, but overall tight trading range, so better to sell pullbacks. Probably buyers below. 60 traders bought to close at 59. We're reversing up. It's a shaved bar, which is a buy signal in and of itself, breaking back above support. Looks like we're oscillating around this price level, and it looks like we're having a hard time getting anywhere. If the trading range is the high of 48 and the low is 55, we're right about the middle, so probably better to look to buy a pullback. Instead, we're getting a bull breakout. Traders bought to close at 60, accepted the buy signal, and the bull channel is on. It could be a bull channel, but if it's trading range, we're right at the top, so probably better to buy a pullback. Here's a pullback. 62 inside bar, probably buyers below. 63 consecutive inside bars. Bull bar for the signal bar. Reasonable stop entry for leg 2 for the bulls, breaking out of this tight bear channel. Could be a higher low major trend reversal on a smaller time frame, leg 1 sideways and then leg 2, so probably buyers below and buyers above. 64 good entry bar for the bulls, and more follow through here, but a problem, we have 2 legs up and a bigger 2 legs up, implied 2 legs, so we may come back here to these inside bars to test support. 66 broke out above and reversed down, so possibly sellers up here, but again, tight channel up, micro channel, whatever reversal we do get will probably fail on the first attempt. So 67, first reversal attempt, reversing up on 68, but probably sellers up here. Could be a micro double top, and we may find sellers below that low as well. 69, bull reversal bar, outside bar, but tail, so not ideal. Breaking out below 69, reversing up. Not a great stop entry for the bulls, but it's 2 legs down with a buy signal bar, though it's a bear bar. Tiny entry bar for the bulls, so not much conviction. We may find selling at the close of that bar. 72 broke out below and reversed up. Overall tight trading range, 1 sideways and 2. And if you notice, we have an open gap here between these bodies. Looks like it's staying open. 73. Now it's 3 legs down. Could be a wedge bull flag. Buy signal bar again, but not ideal. Outside down 74, possibly going lower, but better to sell a pullback right at the EMA, probably buyers below. Small pullback and then a sell-off 75. Could be a give-up bar, but a lack of conviction by the bears. We're testing support. This green line, the inside bar, 59 high. Traders bought the close of 75. We're reversing up. Bad buy signal bar, so probably pull back and then a second leg. Follow through 77 and then 78. Outside down, but tail, so probably buyers below. Buyers below 79, reversing up. Tail on this bar. And then a buy the close rally into the close. 1, pullback 2, pullback 3. And a larger 3 pushes up. So tomorrow, I expect possibly a gap down because this is trying to break out of a bull channel. I'd be surprised if we accelerated up. Also, we're at yesterday's high here. So probably we'll find profit taking and we need to pull back before we continue to rally. It's an overall trading range, no matter how you look at it. Yes, bull channel yesterday. Yes, bull channel today. So more bullish than bearish. But overall, lots of trading range price action. A tight channel up, a tight channel down, tight trading range here, tight channel up, tight trading range here, small failed breakout here, and then 2 legs up at the end of the day. Interesting day. We never got back down to trap bears here. Gap remained open between 38 and 55, and the gap remained open between 59 and 75. Tricky day. Lots of trading range price action, bad follow through, lots of tails. So tricky to read. Lots of implied movements. But yeah, not bad. Thanks for watching.